1. To prevent calls from this facility, press. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. If you are an attorney and do not want this call recorded, please hang up and call 570-963-6639, extension 4522, or extension 0 after business hours. Thank you for using Global Tel-Link. Hello?
Hey, good morning, man.
Hey, Rudy. How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I've been watching the mayhem going on out in Goodwill. I'm sure that you and everybody else has been so much stuff, man. I was watching. You know that Elaine Maxwell, she was the associate Jeffrey Epstein that got arrested.
Right.
Well, they came out, and this is funny, right? Because they came out, they found a cell phone in her house, and part of her whole bail hearing that they denied her bail was they said, well, this woman has a cell phone. The cell phone is wrapped in tinfoil, and she is using that to try to block them from monitoring her location and her whereabouts. And I thought it was funny because, my cell phone that I left in Woods, I don't know what happened to it, what the location is of it now. I had wrapped in tinfoil. And I thought it was funny because, for years and years and years, they label people as nuts, saying the government isn't watching you, the government isn't tracking you, they're not tracking your cell phone. And then now they come out in the national media and basically say, well, we're not giving this woman bail because she's using tinfoil to try to stop us from monitoring her location. So I thought it was funny how
Right.
they labeled us all conspiracy nuts for years, but now it's coming out, and that people are so nuts. And they there's something else weird. Back in the Epstein case, they had a federal judge that got assigned part of that case after he had a hit on a family the other day. It's just crazy stuff going on, man. But the world is falling apart right now.
It seems like it. Aaron told me about that. I guess the guy dressed up like a FedEx driver and went in and killed her family.
Yeah, man, I kind of I talked to my family the other day when it first came out. I had a feeling it was somebody that was inside and knew the security parameters of that location, how the hit went down. But, man, these people every day, they uphold this federal system and they violate people's rights.
Right.
And it's coming back to them. I don't want to say that to mitigate anybody's loss, but good part of the problem. We just see it everywhere. I watched on the news this morning and they're charging the homeowners now, and I believe St. Louis, because they said, well, you were waving guns at protesters. They're going after people that are just trying to protect their homes. So, the system is falling apart, and there's not a lot that we can do to stop it. I don't really want to stop it. I want to see something.
Yeah, we can't continue to go down this road of tyranny. Something's got to change, and if it's got to be stopped, right? We can't continue to go down and have everybody have the mark of the beast. But in Dallas, they had 700 people protest and try to stop the roads and the highways, and the police chief of Dallas had them all arrested. So.
Yeah, you can't block roadways. We have a right to peacefully assemble. That's in the Constitution. Peacefully assemble means you don't block commerce. And I'm not trying to get into UCC law with that statement, but I'm just trying to get into the fact that you can't block the sidewalk, you can't block the roadways. Peacefully assemble is standing there, holding signs, going to town meetings, being an active part of the community. It's not burning, looting, putting people in fear for their lives, destruction of property. That's a criminal act, and sometimes it goes into major felonies and crimes that these people commit. But it's bad. I find it funny too, man. Not to get off really on a conspiracy bandwagon here, but I remember reading about the Montauk Project up in New York, and it was they said it was a project that guys were using some type of waves or something to like control people's minds. And I just find it funny, all of a sudden we went to 5G like late last year, this year, and all of a sudden now we've got all these protests and all this civil unrest. And, I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but it's just something that I find funny. Because I don't know, man. These people are acting like just straight zombies. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. No, you're right, man. I mean, it's close. The closer we get to the presidential election, I think it's going to get worse and worse and worse as well.
It's definitely wild out there. They were talking the other day about they talk every day about masks and wearing a mask to stop the virus. And I still say, man, coronavirus is an airborne pandemic, and I don't think masks are going to help. I think if anything, I wouldn't be surprised if the same planes that are spreading the chemtrails aren't the same ones that are dropping COVID-19. I mean, it's just little thing in the background. I mean, it's craziness, man. But yeah, people figure it out soon enough.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. I told everybody I don't wish anyone have serious issues or death or anything like that. But if we don't get our act together, man, we are looking at the judgment of God. We are really in some bad shape.
Yeah, it's getting bad, man. Like I said, man, they want to put commercials on people, and I've talked to some people, and I think a lot of the whole wear the mask is more put commercial on people just as a sign of compliance. But we're definitely heading in a unique direction. I'm glad to be alive in these times because it is definitely unique, and I see it every day. Right now I've went 5 months with no haircut in the facility that I'm at. I can't even get razors to shave. I live in subhuman conditions every day, so it doesn't surprise me what's going on. But I got hopefully next week, July 30th, I will be at my sentencing.
Oh, okay. That's only 9 days away. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to kind of getting this part of it over with. I say, no matter what they do with me, they can't get away from the fact that the initial issue to start that case was police video that they altered. They can actually cut evidence and use it against me. They can't get away from the fact that one of the deputy U.S. Marshals, who's a state police gun cop, altered information. So I had a co-defendant that I didn't have, an associate I didn't have, second Joseph pen registering calls, and never produced it. So they have just a lot of issues with me that they can't really explain, and you don't want to explain. And I get so many stories about why nothing is being done, and I don't care at this point because I've dealt with these people so long that I'm losing my energy to argue with them, man. I'm just these people are idiots.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I kind of feel the same way, Shawn. I mean, I've told people so many times what I think about the world and chemtrails and 9/11 and Waco and Ruby Ridge and Oklahoma City. And I just get tired after a while. It's you guys aren't listening. I get tired of talking. So what's the point?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, you look at Waco, love or hate David Koresh, whatever happened down there, they leaked to the news before that raid was supposed to happen. So, just like when they came to my house, nobody to this day has ever explained why Channel 16, our local news, was out at my house as soon as the police came. Nobody ever explained that Channel 16, their vehicles are at least a half hour to an hour away. All of a sudden, as soon as the cops come to my house, within minutes, the news is there. I mean, it's just, these scumbags in government, they do that. They want the big bucks, they want the big sting, and they get the big sting, and it just keep going forward. And I mean, it's like the stuff that we see now. I mean, we're watching U.S. Marshals. I mean, just go wild throughout the country, making the national news. I mean, it's I've been saying for years that there's a problem with the U.S. Marshals, and now they're making it on the national news. That there's problems with these people. I mean, it's crazy, man. But I said all we can do is ride the storm out right now.
Yeah, right. And I do think that people in the FBI and U.S. Marshals and law enforcement have relationships with people in media. I mean, like unethical relationships where that they will leak information and then they'll even tell them what to write. And it's like the target of law enforcement never even has a chance to get his side of the story out because there's such a close relationship with media and law enforcement.
Yeah, I remember one case. I think it was that Clint Eastwood movie that came out about the dude that got smeared by the media and the FBI.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but I know who exactly it's yeah, I know. I could probably look it up, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they do that all the time. I mean, like I said, it's bad, man. Like I said, my campaign right now is get the Ken Blue line back in line, and like I said, I did as much as I could. I took my case to trial. I went out. I worked with bail zones. I worked with not having information provided to me, asking people for information for people, not having it provided to me. So I did everything I could. I fought a good fight, and like I said, I'm just going to lay back a little bit because I really don't. Like I said, I'm losing a lot of the energy to fight it, and as time goes on, it's not that I don't care. It's just I have a different perspective. So I said, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next week. And I said, I'm just going to watch as the country falls apart and watch what happens. Because, as well as your day's going to come when we're going to have foreign troops over here. And that's when the real party's going to begin because people think it's bad right now with the feds and military. Wait till we have other countries running around in military situations on a domestic soil, but I think that's what they want.
Yeah, they don't seem to be making decisions that would bring peace and order and stability. They seem to be making the opposite. And that name of that movie is Richard Jewell. I looked it up while you were talking.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, not a great situation at the FBI, just having bad information and using it against somebody. But I've had that done with me so many times. It's like the story, the alleged story the FBI just gave my family and said, well, the DOJ isn't letting us do anything. And it's funny because it has nothing to do with the DOJ. It has with the FBI not being able to police their own people that work in their own office. I mean, these people just clowns. But like I said, I have no respect for them. Gabe Bun could pressure me. And like I said, it's not really something that can be brought back at this point. So I'm just going to lay back and try to ride out the storm, try to survive it. And like I said, it really makes no difference to me if the federal courthouses do shut down by the end of the year because these people are part and parcel of the problem. Every federal judge in this country has taken part in the problem. Who the people who supervise how these things are handled, and it made their own bed, and now you have to lie in it, and it's coming back to them. But whatever happens in this country, we need some type of law and order to come back. It's actually just for the people, and people who just want to live and be left alone, and have a good community to have some way to protect themselves. But I said, we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, no, they talk. You're right. You're right, Sean. I feel the same way when I see all this going on. I see two entities that are both godless. Right? It's like one godless entity is fighting another godless entity, and just like Gideon's army, it's like I'm not. It's like I'm not going to pick a side, man. I'm just siding with the Bible and siding with Jesus Christ. But let the enemies of God kill each other. I mean, I'm sorry you guys are doing that, but we need a reset for the country anyway. So they talk about defunding the police, and I say defund the FBI and defund Planned Parenthood. And they also say no justice, no peace. Right? You see these signs everywhere: no justice, no peace. And my response to that is no God, no justice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good response. I like that one. Pretty.
It's like you want to kick God out of the courtrooms and kick him out of the schools and kick him out of the Congress. Well, now you ain't never going to get justice again. So
Yeah, you're exactly. You really good point. I mean, like I said, yeah, I mean, it's just it's funny what they do, man. But I'll tell you, man, it also says in the Bible about in those days the people run to get oath. And I'll tell you, man, I'm kind of in the same boat. If I was out right now, I'd find someplace pretty deep, pretty away from people. Kind of go set myself up and let the storm come out because it's only going to get worse. And like I said, I don't want to get caught in the car spot. I mean, I've kind of had the cops do anything for me in my life, so I can't side with them. And I've had the other side not do anything for me, so it's time to step out of it because it is nuts out there.
yeah. I think there's a verse in the Bible that says there will come a time where it's prudent just to be quiet, and because things are going to be so crazy, right? It's prudent just to keep your mouth shut for a while, which is hard for me to do, Sean. I think it might be a little hard for you to do too. So.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I mean, no social media for you. I know it. You know what it is, man? It's just like anything you say can be misconstrued, and like you can say one wrong thing. And you can be on the national media the next day. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, now even HMO pies are racist now. I mean, like everything is just.
Oh, I know, man. I know, yeah.
Yeah, it's I said, we'll see what happens, man. So I said, hopefully next week I'll get some more closure on this. So I said, I'm working on some last minute things that I'm trying to do before Senate and the FBI doesn't seem to want to put anything in writing. So it's funny. Always nice since they were talking to my family, and now they don't want to put it in writing. But like I said, I'll handle it from there, and like I said, see what happens. Hopefully something good will happen. If it doesn't, then I'm cool with that. I mean, like I said, unlike most people, I believe in myself to the point that I stand for things. You can't take something away from me without me standing for it. So I don't have any regrets about standing for a cause because over 10 years of my life, I've just been trampled by the government, and I tried at every turn to file reports, file them with the Bar Association, file them with the courts, file them with agencies, state, local, federal, county, you name it, and got nowhere but kicked in my face. And I can say the system doesn't work. I can say that I have no respect for the system. And like I said, well, they pushed me to that point. And they always talk about when you declared war on them. They declared war on me. They were the ones that came to my house, not once, but multiple times, with no legal reason and guns. They were the ones that declared war on me. I was acting in self-defense. And I got right under the law. So it's just something that, like I said, you know what? They dealt with me. Let them deal with all these other kids out there. Let them do what they need to do. Because, like I said, I don't have any respect for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when it comes to these.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I agree with you about not respecting our current judicial system. I believe it's full of people who have sold out their soul for filthy lucre and power. But let me share this with you, Sean. Ed Brown's birthday is tomorrow, and they still haven't let him out of prison. And I haven't even heard from him in probably over a month. So please keep him in your prayers. And I don't know what's going on with Ed Brown, man. I don't know anybody who's even talking to him.
Yeah, Ed goes through them phases sometimes, but you would too if you were looking at it.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
He's a very good friend of mine. If you hear from him, give him my regards and wish him birthday.
Yeah, I will. How did you meet him? Did you talk to him before he went into prison, or you knew him after he went into prison, or?
No, I met him in prison in Cumberland Federal Correctional Institute.
Oh, okay. All right.
Unit A2 together.
Okay, I'll let him know that you said hello. The next, if I get a chance to talk to him.
Okay, cool. Hey, I'll be in touch, buddy.
Okay.
All right, goodbye, buddy.
God bless you, Shawn. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.